Georgia. Good morning, family. It's Saturday, July 18th, 2026. We got 13 days until Black Business Month begins on August 1st. I need all of us to understand something this Sabbath morning that this cannot become another Black Business Month where we just post flyers, share a few inspirational quotes, tag a business or two, buy a meal from a black restaurant, and then go back to business as usual on September the 1st. Not this year. Not after what just happened. Y'all realize what just happened? Anybody told y'all that the internet as we understand it and understood it for the past 25 years has fundamentally shifted? May 19th, 2026. Google announced formally that it's no longer a search engine. It's an AI recommendation agent. That the way businesses found, understood, compared, and recommended online has forever changed. No longer are we chasing those 10 blue links. Search no longer about typing a few words into a box and scrolling through a list. We've officially entered the age of intelligent search, reasoning agents, artificial intelligence systems that can now identify a need, research possible solutions, compare businesses, and make recommendations, then take action. And from where I sit, I hadn't heard not near one chamber of commerce, not one major business association, one traditional community institution sound the alarm loud enough for our small businesses to understand the magnitude of what just happened. It's literally the most significant transformation to online business discovery during our generation. Too many of our businesses hadn't been told, hadn't been trained, hadn't been prepared, hadn't been positioned, hadn't been made AI readable. And many of the very institutions that claim to represent them hadn't said not near mumbling word. So let me say this plainly. They're not coming to save us, y'all. They're not coming to rescue our businesses. They're not coming to preserve our stories. They're not coming to help us update our information. Have you noticed they're not coming to teach our elders artificial intelligence, how to understand or practically apply it? They're not coming to create meaningful opportunities for our young people. They're not coming to make sure that the businesses that were able to survive COVID are able to survive this AI economic shift. We got to save ourselves. We got to organize ourselves. We got to identify our own businesses. We got to update our businesses. We got to teach our businesses. We got to showcase our businesses. We got to support our businesses. And most importantly, we have to reinvest in building stronger businesses. Black Business Month cannot only be about creating and celebrating and supporting the businesses that are visible. It's got to be about finding the businesses that have been forgotten. It's got to be about helping the businesses that still don't even have a website. It's got to be about helping the businesses whose information hasn't been updated in 10, 15, 20 years. It's got to be about helping business owners communicate their value clearly. It's got to be about preserving the wisdom of our elders. It's got to be about helping our young people transform technological knowledge into practical experience, income, and opportunity. It's got to be about connecting our businesses across cities, congregations, industries, and generations. Black Business Month must become a period of Black business development, business education, business identification, business restoration, business registration. Hello, somebody. Business showcasing, business purchasing, business referrals, business collaboration, business building. So I'm announcing the Georgia Kingdom Business Cluster. So I'm beginning personal statewide call blitz. That's why I'm announcing this is the digital resurrection of Progress Plaza. I'm not on talking to you at this month Success Saturday symposium about us launching another business directory. The day over. Finito. We need more than your nap. Folk like my nappy? No, your nap. Your name, your address, and your phone number. We need more than that sitting inside the church office. This is not another online list that nobody updates, nobody maintains, and no artificial intelligence system can truly understand. This is not another temporary campaign that gets announced, photographed, celebrated for a few weeks, and then forgotten. This is the fulfillment of a prophetic promise. We began creating these church and community business directories in 2007. There was a vision. And the vision was never to leave every congregation isolated inside of its own directory. The vision was to connect the directories, connect the churches, connect the entrepreneurs, connect the customers, connect the products, connect the services, connect the ministries, connect the communities, connect the elders who possessed decades of wisdom with the young people who are preparing to inherit a completely different technological world. The paper directories was never the final destination. The paper directory was the first step in us building a much larger network. From 2007 to COVID, we did 403 paper directories, registered 48,000 community businesses, nonprofits, and ministries. But in Georgia, from 2007 to 2015, we created 46 church and community directories. Those directories registered approximately 8,200 businesses. But those businesses are more than just names on a list. Y'all my folk. Those are 8,200 dreams, 8,200 families, 8,200 stories, 8,200 bodies of knowledge, 8,200 possible employers, mentors, vendors, sponsors. I see y'all, partners, instructors, community resources. And I gave my word that one day those businesses would be connected. I gave my word that when the internet shifted, I would be back. Hey y'all, I'm back. Just keep my word. Over the next several weeks, I'm going to be personally calling the businesses contained in the remaining 30 directories that our students weren't able to get to. Because those records are more than just a name, address, and phone number. I could send out an email campaign, but in this high-tech society, I think each one of you deserve a personal touch. That's what my mamas and them trained me in as a little baby. Outreach. I want to personally reach out. I want to personally check on the relationship. I want to pick up the phone and ask, hey, y'all, you still open? Still accepting customers? Obviously, you got the same phone number. You still got the same address? What products and services are you providing today? What 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 do you what are you giving out today? Who you serving today? What problems are the business solving today? What you learned over the past few years? What story do you want the next generation to know about you and your industry? Can I help make your business a little bit more AI readable? Help reintroduce you to the business community? Can we reconnect you and your business to some potential customers and partners around the state of Georgia, eventually nation? Cause y'all, you're not no random prospect, not no cold lead. You my folk. Your businesses I gave my word to, businesses I made a promise to. You are a part of our history. You're a part of this entrepreneurial infrastructure. And God sent us back to see who survived, who's still building, who's ready to get reconnected. We were always coming back together, and COVID came. Mm-hmm. Y'all remember, business went from brick and mortar to click and order. Businesses that had survived 10, 20, some folk 30 years suddenly found themselves operating inside a marketplace ain't nobody ever told them about and prepared them for. Their established reputation was no longer enough. Their established relationships were no longer enough. Being known inside of one congregation was no longer enough. Having a telephone number inside the printed directory was no longer enough. Even being on the online list was no longer enough. And the marketplace had done moved online. And thousands of our businesses were left behind. Many of them didn't have websites, didn't have digital profiles, nor did they understand updating them. Many of them never been taught search engine optimization, search engine marketing, social media marketing, e-commerce, digital publishing, generative engine optimization. What in the googly moo is that? Artificial intelligence. Now don't get me wrong now. Our businesses, your businesses, they don't lack value. They just lack the digital language and infrastructure necessary to communicate that value inside of a changed marketplace. Your experience, just digitally invisible. Respected, but difficult to discover. Trusted extremely by the people who know them, but unknown to the people who need them. Now, artificial intelligence has become the gatekeeper of the community coin. People do business, and they always will, with who they know, like, and trust. But now the AI agents are AI recommendation agents. Now the machine is determining who gets recommended. That's a little bit of a challenge for many of our businesses because they're not AI readable. And if an AI agent can't recommend what it can't understand, can't identify what it can't understand. And so if it can't recommend a business that it can't understand, can't identify a business that it can't understand, if it can't represent or excuse me, recommend a business whose information it can't understand and identify, then the businesses whose information is outdated, incomplete, or unclear, it just skips. So I'm gonna talk about May 19th, when Google shifted from being a search engine to an AI recommendation agent, And in the fact that nobody told our businesses, but in essence, when they did it, they cut the lights off on 85 to 90% of our businesses. And in essence, evicted them from the digital marketplace without even sending them a notice. That's why this work is so urgent. That's why Black Business Month this year ain't Black Business Month as usual. If it can't recommend a business whose information is outdated, incomplete, and unclear, it can't communicate the authority of any of our elder business owners if that business owner's knowledge, experience, and story have not been properly documented in language that the AI agents can understand. Now, I'm going to tell you what God done presented us with: an amazing intergenerational revival inside of our individual communities. Because guess what? Guess what? Guess what? While the businesses grew up, the teenagers that we were serving, they grew up too. See, we were launching the directory initiative. We were also launching Success for Teens inside the high schools in the same communities as those directories. And so as the teenagers grew, the businesses grew. Technology, it changed, but the assignment, it matured. Our students started studying entrepreneurship. They started studying search engine optimization, search engine marketing, social media marketing, digital publishing, generative engine optimization, business systems, artificial intelligence. The businesses, they possess the wisdom, but they need the technology. The students possess the technological knowledge, but they need the opportunity. They need the real world case studies. They need to develop their portfolios. They need customers. They need mentors. They need income. They need businesses where they can practically apply the skills they've developed. Many of our daughters, our young women, they especially need a dignified, honorable way of positively perpetuating income. The answer seems to be a no-brainer. Open your head, take your brain out, close your head. This one still makes sense. Makes so much sense. Get God so much glory. Can't help but get both of y'all the bag. Bring our generations together. Allow the students to update the businesses. Allow the elders to share their stories and business wisdom with the students. Allow the students to get practical case studies from displaying their divine digital brilliance on their parents' businesses. Same time, the businesses allow the students to use modern technology to preserve, strengthen, and promote their enterprises that came before them. The answer: intergenerational entrepreneurial revival. Fall semester. Urban Success University, 2026 and 27. Hey y'all, it's the Dean. Yup, gonna be my second full school year in my second decade as chairman. We all growing up together. And it's the wisdom of ages practically applied. Because our elders should not be discarded just because technology changed. And our youth should not be sent into the future disconnected from the wisdom, the sacrifice, and the experience of those who built before them. The elder business owner understands marketplace survival. They understand customer and customer service. They understand establishing reputation. They understand negotiation, loyalty, discipline, and what it means to survive without a safety net. Our kids got to learn that. You know, the young person, they understand the emerging technology, digital communication, these artificial intelligence tools, online publishing, content creation, changing consumer behavior. Every generation possesses something the other generation needs. How about we intergenerationally come together? Let the wisdom of the elders meet the technology of the youth. Let experience meet innovation. Legacy meet artificial intelligence. Business become ministry. Ooh, yeah, I'm going there. Cause what would that look like? What does business as ministry really mean? Let's set the standard. Because business as ministry does not mean using God as a marketing gimmick. Business as ministry means using enterprise to serve people, means solving real problems, means creating real jobs, means helping families generate real income, means developing young people, means preserving the divine dignity of God's people, means intergenerationally transferring knowledge, means helping an elder preserve a lifetime of wisdom, means helping a mother transform her God-given gift into a sustainable enterprise, means helping a young person understand that technology can be used for more than entertainment. Technology can be used to rebuild the community. A social, entrepreneurial, enterprise ministry such as this uses business tools to accomplish a ministry mission. Revenue is not the enemy of ministry. Revenue properly directed can help finance a ministry. A profitable community business, it can employ a teenager. It can support a family, can support a school, can fund a program, can mentor a younger entrepreneur, can purchase from another local business, can keep money circulating in our community. This Sabbath morning, I'm just trying to give us some good news. Hope you don't mind. Good news is not only what we say from behind the pulpit. Good news, helping a person understand the technology required to keep their business alive. Good news, access to knowledge. Good news, access to resource. Good news, access to entrepreneurial development education. Good news, infrastructure. Good news is helping a valuable business move from being invisible to digitally discoverable. Good news is helping a person transform their gift into a product or a service. That product or service into an enterprise. That enterprise into a community asset. That good news. Hey y'all, we 44 days from my 40-year anniversary. My spiritual pops give me their little piece of paper. August 31st, 2026, 44 days from today. They represent the 40-year anniversary of Sully, the Lion of Zion of that generation before God give y'all this one. Reverend Dr. Leon Howard Sullivan. He licensed me to get good news to the least of these. About 40 years ago, huh? I'm trying to figure it out. Think I now understand more clearly than ever that the gospel, the good news, it's got to reach the economic life of God's people. It's got to reach their businesses. It's got to reach their children. It's got to reach their technology. It's got to reach their ability to participate meaningfully in the marketplace. Got a baby lion of Zion Baptist Church under Reverend Dr. Leon Howard Sullivan. Passed me like a baton over Temple. Yeah, I'm him. That three guard, that prophetic point guard of the Bright Hope Baptist Church basement ball court. He might have been your pastor, might have been your congressman, might have been your black whip of Congress. Left all that political buffoonery to charity, not even go to college fund. She might have been your chairman. But in the basement, Herbie, William, Herbert, graded third. Oh, he my crossover coach. I told y'all the pandemic wasn't a crisis. It was a crossover. Welcome to the other side. The realm of purpose, the promised land. I told you I'm just keeping the promise. I'm the last son of the Village, Heritage Sanctuary, the historic Ebenezer Baptist Church. Heritage Sanctuary. Make sure you differentiate this. Okay. Under Mr. Chicago, Jersey Joe, Reverend Dr. Joseph Lawrence Roberts Jr. Those men didn't teach me how to preach. Well, Reverend Mitchell did. He the dean. Reverend Dr. Henry Mitchell, he wrote the book on preaching. He said it's not, you don't talk a whole lot, don't say nothing. It's powerful prophetic teaching. Let me talk to y'all. Listen, I don't care too much about the microphone. Let me get the dry erase board. I'm a teacher. They positioned me behind the curtain to get what we needed. And the yoke meister and our mamas made me the dean. I'm just teaching. This Sabbath. Welcome to class. It's the Kingdom Classroom. Hey, Sully, Herbie, Mr. Chicago, Joe, right? They took me to 3340 Peachtree, Tower 1, Buckhead, Atlanta, Georgia. Placed me behind the curtain. Same way God took Adam and placed his ass in the garden. That's what they did to me. Placed me behind the entrepreneurial and technological development curtain of Fran Tarkenton, Hall of Fame quarterback, father of entrepreneurial development in our generation. Put me behind the curtain to Go Small Biz. Listen to me, from 1999 to 2021, I've seen over 480,000 small businesses come through that ecosystem. I don't know it all, but I learned a little bit about technology, systems, entrepreneurial education and development, infrastructure. I learned that businesses need a whole lot more than inspiration. They need systems. It's an acronym. Let me teach you. Save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. How many people want to save themselves stress, time, energy, and money? That's the importance of systems. How many folk want to work smart and not hard? That's the importance of technology. You need them. They need systems, they need technology, they need language, need training. Talking about the algorithm don't love you like it used to. They need customers, need referrals, need documented operating procedures, need access to information that's normally kept behind the corporate curtains. Hello, somebody. And I spent my life absorbing that information. And now I'm just, being used by God to give it to my folk, my people. Hey, family, I love y'all. What y'all need? And when you get registered, you gain access to all types of resources. Give y'all my 101 personally curated Kingdom Business prompts. These prompts are intentionally designed to help a person move from an underdeveloped idea to a complete business operating system. This kind of information isn't supposed to remain hidden from corporate boardrooms. It belongs dispersed throughout our communities. And y'all trying to figure out how I got here. I don't know. Ask him. He put me here. The Bible says that when you entertain certain feet, they be angels. Talking about black women. I got chosen for this by my hip hop hermeneutics professor, Dr. E.S. Beasy, Eda Scott Bagley, Cynthia Dolores Nottage Tucker, the Yokemeister's mama, Coretta Scott King. I got picked by Yoki. That ain't. I mean, everybody know how that play out. To lead youth leadership and creative arts, right? Work connected to rebuilding the Yokemeister's Youth and Creative Arts Department. Now, I ain't got nothing to do with what took place before January 17th, 1994. That's Coretta's first King Day of service. All I know is January 18th. That's when Dexter and King Inc. killed the youth department, took the creative arts and youth department staff of the King Center from 71 to 14. I don't even remember it. I saw it though. I saw when them boys beat the shit out of Dexter and Isaac. I was 15. I'm the young one. Mom and them like, I took Coretta Scott King's nonviolent pledge. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And the legend is true. If she invested one of them hour-long talks, one of them hour and 45 long talks, if she chose you and intentionally invest, listen. What? I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I'm gonna tell you something. The Yokemeister's daddy, Auntie Corey's husband, Martin Luther King Jr., he said silence in certain pivotal moments is betrayal. I'm not betraying the covenant entrusted to me by his wife and the Yokemeister, my prophetic big sister. You freaking must be out of your mind. It's a reason why 20 years ago, when our founding mamas, Cynthia Dolores Nottage Tucker, Coretta Scott King, Rosa Parks, Shirley Chisholm, you know these women founded the National Political Congress of Black Women. Okay, after they ascended, the next King holiday, 2007 King holiday, when the Yokemeister froze her prophetic performance. Y'all know how the prophetic performance. I ain't introduced Sambo, Sanded Frosted Flake. You don't get your fuckboy ass going from here. What? No, I ain't going behind what made me go behind the Warlock Death and introduce her. We ain't know that would be her last public performance. I had to walk. They was called Price's Academy, Fulton County Young Women's Leadership Academy, into Coretta Scott King. Them my geniuses. Some of them like 32 years young. Okay? And it been nearly 20 years. This school year, in the middle of it, is the 20-year anniversary of the Yokemeister. Yolanda, Denise, Scott, that's a Scott woman. You got to make sure you put some respect on the Scott women because they service as a superpower. King, anniversary, her 20-year last public prophetic performance on her daddy holiday, and them King Inc. folk still ain't released that tape publicly. We all devastated. Everybody who understands the prophetic power of her performances. But let me announce to USU students and alumni, our partners and supporters, the assignment didn't die with a tape. The assignment didn't die when the door closed. The assignment didn't die when the institutions changed. The assignment didn't die when people decided they could control, contain, or try to erase the Yolkmeister's work. Urban Success University. We represent what is the faithful continuation of the work of our mamas. Their work of fighting for and developing community. Fighting for our women and our children. And I've invested my life, savings, my energy, my work into supporting our students and helping them build
to see